Tuesday, January the 27th, and the two leading boats in the Barcelona World Race are separated by about 136 miles. Second place Neutrogena in the marginally stronger breezes this morning, taking a little bit out of Cheminée Puigler's advantage, and with a high pressure system around the Crozet Islands there could be some more opportunities for them in the next 2 days. Gaia Centros Altativos in third have now joined them in the Indian Ocean, crossing the 20° east mark at 1:35 this morning. Renault Captur, now the most southerly of the fleet, in fourth, and We Are Water, just crossing into the roaring 40s in fifth place. One Planet, One Ocean picking up some strong northwesterlies there, and they were the fastest of the bunch at over 16 knots this morning. Spirit of Hungary sailing good average speeds despite reporting some rig problems last night. If we take a look at the leaderboard for Monday, January 27th, Cheminée Puigler still ahead by 136 miles this morning. Neutrogena in second, staying well within touch, and the margin between these two is just fluctuating by 10 or 20 miles at each position report. Neutrogena currently the fastest of the pair by around 3 knots. Gaia Centros Altativos covering the greatest distance in the past 24 hours as they transitioned into the Indian Ocean and have taken about 50 miles out of the leaders overnight. Renault Captur in fourth, once again the fastest boat on the course, clocking 17.6 knots this morning. We Are Water, speed nicely increasing now they're into the roaring 40s and currently sailing at 14 knots. One Planet, One Ocean, enjoying some very good averages this morning, over 16 knot boat speed since 5 o'clock, and Spirit of Hungary up to 13 knots despite their main halyard problems.
Acabamos de pasar el cabo de una Esperanza hace unas horas y bueno, el mar ha mejorado muchísimo, ahora tenemos una ola mucho más estable, grande, de popa, y estamos navegando ya con todo el este y la mayor casi un ritmo y bueno, más contentos, ¿no? Estas últimas horas hemos pasado por la Esperanza porque el mar estaba cruzado, era bastante caótico y teníamos que frenar la embarcación porque los navegaciones eran muy violentos y para la era muy malo esto.
En estas situaciones de viento fuerte que tenéis ahora, ¿cómo os complementáis con Ana?
Bueno, no, normalmente hacemos siempre lo mismo, ¿no? No nos tiramos una faena adjudicada a cada uno, sino que vamos, lo que se necesita lo hacemos en cada momento, ¿no? Quizás sí que hay alguna cosita de tomar algo, lo que es un poco más físico. Bueno, de momento hemos notado muchas, porque todo justo hemos llegado abajo, ¿no? Por decirlo de alguna manera, y bueno, al final de la excursión no podemos bajar más de esta zona y quedamos limitados y a ver cómo podemos gestionar esa alta presión, vaya. Pero no nos pinta muy bien para nosotros porque eso, en 3-4 días hay como un anticiclón que nos coge, lo superamos y nos vuelve a coger el mismo anticiclón, entonces ahora que nos retrasamos muchísimo y estamos preocupados por el Renault de detrás que le da un viento más potente y más favorable.
Earlier today we spoke to Gerard Marin on Gaia Centros Altativos. He and Ana Corbella in third entered the Indian Ocean very early today, crossing the Cape of Good Hope and the 20° east longitude mark at 1:40 this morning. Gerard explained they'd had a fairly rough crossing between the two oceans with difficult sea conditions. That's fairly common in this region, thanks to a continental shelf jutting about 150 miles south from the tip of Africa at Cape Agulhas. This creates steep waves at the exit from the Atlantic, and that sea state will have been further confused by shifty winds in the area recently. However, Gerard explained that they now had longer waves from the stern and got the boat going well, with Gaia's nicely balanced and one reef in the main. Gerard and Anna have been making good mileage in strong westerlies for the past couple of days, and eroded the leader's advantage by about 50 miles over the course of last night. However, he commented that conditions are looking trickier for them ahead, with a series of high-pressure systems between them and the leading pairs. Gaia Centros Altativos is expected to arrive at the Crozet Islands in around 4 days' time, with Cheminée Puigler and Neutrogena anticipated to pass the waypoint on Thursday. The leaders also have to negotiate a high-pressure system, currently just to the north, as they approach the Crozet Islands, and with Neutrogena currently taking a more southerly course, this could be an opportunity for them to recover some miles from Bernard Stam and Jean Le Cam. However, Guillermo Altidal and Jose Munoz will be forced to carry out a series of jibes in order to remain above the Antarctic exclusion zone on this route.
Today, unfortunately, we had a problem with the mast, on the top of the mast. We took off the main flare to make some repairs, and when hoisted again, we couldn't pull up the proper way, and we heard a big crack and another one, and we checked and we could see the upper block of the mast head for the main sail halyard was broken, and the halyard cut the mast tube about 30 centimeters. So I had to go up and cut off the halyard, and we had to replace with an outer block, strong outer block, and now we have an outer halyard. So the sail is safely up again. We are sailing, but not perfect. The full main sail 30 centimeter lower than it was before. We cannot hoist to the top, just 30 centimeters lower. But safely, and we keep going. Today we were in running conditions, about 12 to 15 knots of wind from north-northwest, and we are running down under A2 Jeneker and full mainsail. For this small period, it was about 3 hours during the repairs. We dropped down the Jeneker, but after the repair we hoisted again, and we are in full speed again. It is really light conditions at the moment, but tomorrow will be more wind, bigger waves, and in the next days we are running into stronger conditions, stronger winds, maybe faster speed, higher speed, so that was...
Nandor Farr there explaining the problems they have had on Spirit of Hungary. He and Conrad Coleman, currently in 7th place, reported last night that they had noticed some cracking at the top of the rig, which seems to have been caused by the main halyard slipping off the sheave and this very, very tough aramid rope wearing through the carbon fibre tube at the top of the mast. Conrad explained that they had originally dropped the main to make some minor repairs, adding chafe patches before they head into the stronger 20-knot winds which were forecast for them for today, and when they rehoisted the sail, the halyard slipped, drawing their attention to the problem. So Nandor went up the mast to try and fix it, setting the halyard from a new block, which means they can hoist all but the final foot or so of mainsail. Nandor was up the rig for around 3.5 hours, so although he explained he was able to check the mast on his way back down, he's understandably pretty exhausted by the end of it, and they'll be doing another rig check, covering the spreaders etc. in the next day or so, before they get into the stronger westerlies. Obviously this latest setback is a disappointment to the team. Conrad wrote earlier how they were really looking forward to getting into these solid westerlies and putting the slow Atlantic leg behind them. But they're certainly pleased to have been able to make the repairs without stopping, and Nandor also blogged yesterday that they're feeling much more confident in their polar software and sail crossover charts after a month sailing Spirit of Hungary, which will no doubt be of huge help to them as they enter the Southern Ocean. Nandor and Conrad should expect 35-knot westerlies by Thursday and look set to join the fleet in the Indian Ocean around 2 days later.
Situation today for the competitors on the Barcelona World Race. About the two leaders, Cheminée Pujula and Neutrogena, they are close to in the north of longitude of Prince Edward and Marion Island and coming to Crozet Island. So they, for the Cheminée Pujula, moderate wind, and option again for Neutrogena a little close to the area exclusive zone, Antarctic exclusive zone, and we can expect the distance between these two boats will reduce in the next 48 hours. So maybe less distance between them. About Gaes, they just passed this morning, early in the morning at 1:40 UTC this morning. They passed the longitude of Cape Hope. So for this boat, a new entrance is Indian Ocean 2. About Renault Capture, just one jibe to go to Cap Hope, and he's really in a good system too, in west-northwest of wind with good speed. We Are Water will catch again a new really good pressure from northwest, and he will keep that all the 2 days coming, and he will have a straight course to 20 degrees east to pass to enter in Indian Ocean. So really rough weather, around 30-35 knots of wind of northwest, so really good condition and speed for this boat coming. It's the same for Oppo, maybe with course a little bit north to keep the same northwest to come in Indian Ocean. About Spirit of Hungary, it still have better condition too, west to northwest, but we have a little problem this morning with this boat because he has a little trouble at the top of the mast and a little crack, and we hope it's not too bad for him, but for the moment he's obliged to sail with a reef in the mainsail.
Ah, sur la chance, il y a beaucoup de théories différentes.
C'est un jeu, hein. La course c'est un jeu, quoi. Donc il faut être joueur. Ouais.
Mais on compte pas dessus de toute façon. La chance, tu comptes pas dessus.
You can't win it with just one flash of brilliance or luck. That it's something that it's a performance that you build day by day, hour by hour.
Si elle est là, tant mieux. Si elle est pas là, c'est plus chiant.
Unas veces me he encomendado a Dios, porque he dicho, de esta no me salgo.
You become very aware of your own mortality.
Cuando viene alguien y te dice, tengo un amuleto para ti, no puedes decir que no. En cierta manera llevan allí el alma de alguien.
Yo no tengo ninguna superstición.
Llevo uno que lo llevo pues desde que empecé a navegar en Mini, que es una cinta de San Magí, una cinta con una banderita que toda mi familia la ha llevado siempre en todos los barcos que ha navegado y me ha traído siempre suerte o me ha evitado la mala suerte.
Una estampita de la Purísima Chiqueta, que es la Virgen de mi pueblo, de Benissa, y la sigo llevando. Algunos amuletos que tengo yo personales que me han acompañado en todas las vueltas al mundo.
Una cuchara con la que hice la Mini Transat, que es la que utilizaba para comer durante toda la regata, pues la conservo y siempre que navego pues la llevo.
We are the guests there. We can survive only if we are not in the wrong place in the wrong time.
If you make it out of the Pacific Ocean, it's not because you won, it's not because you fought Mother Nature and you made it through, it's because she let you go.